Well now, Anton Chigurh, here we sit in this curious establishment, surrounded by the trappings of a frontier that never quite existed as men remember it. You with that peculiar weapon of yours, me with my hands that have done more killing than any gun ever could. Two philosophers of violence meeting where the old West bleeds into the new.
Judge Holden, the dancing master who never met a killing he couldn't turn into philosophy. You speak of war like it's your lover, your teacher, your god. I know what you are, an appetite disguised as intellect. We both serve death, but I serve it without sentiment. You celebrate what should be simple function. That makes you dangerous in ways I am not.
Yes, I celebrate what others fear to acknowledge. War is the ultimate arbiter, the final judge of all disputes. It reveals truth by stripping away pretense, shows us what men really are when everything else falls away. But you turn death into mere bookkeeping. Where's the artistry in such dull mechanics? Where's the education in killing without passion?
I offer something cleaner, certainty. The coin removes human weakness from the equation. No emotion, no preference, no corruption of judgment. You kill because it feeds something hungry inside you. I kill because the situation requires it.
You flip a coin because you're afraid to own your choices. That little ritual is just another form of cowardice, a way to pretend you're not selecting your victims. I own every death, celebrate every lesson, learn from every scream. When you look at people, do you see anything worth studying?
I see what they are. Biological machines running programs they don't understand, heading toward outcomes they cannot change. The coin doesn't make choices for me. It reveals choices that already exist in the structure of events. You need your victims to mean something, to teach you something. I need nothing from them except their absence when the time comes.
How utterly sterile. Death without meaning is waste, pure and simple. Every man who dies reveals something about the nature of existence, about courage and cowardice, about the beautiful variety of human response to mortality. You rob death of its significance by treating it as maintenance work. What made you into such a peculiar machine? When did you decide that mystery wasn't worth investigating?
Mystery is another word for ignorance. I investigate nothing because there is nothing to investigate. Events unfold according to their nature. You create elaborate stories to justify what is simple necessity. Your need for meaning contaminates the purity of what we do. Death doesn't require interpretation. It simply requires execution.
I've danced naked in the desert, painted myself with blood, sung hymns while scalping enemies. That's purity, complete acceptance of what I am without shame or ceremony. But you still need props, still need rituals. What are you so afraid of seeing when you look in the mirror?
I see what I am without decoration or delusion. You see what you need to see to justify your appetites. The coin isn't ceremony, it's efficiency. It eliminates the contamination of personal desire from necessary work. Your dancing and singing are just elaborate masturbation, ways to make yourself feel special about ordinary killing.
Each death is a small apocalypse, a universe ending, a consciousness extinguished forever. Even Thanos, mad as he was, understood that each death represented something lost forever. He felt the weight of what he destroyed, even while destroying it. You treat consciousness like it's nothing more than faulty machinery. How does that not horrify even you?
Thanos felt weight because he was weak, contaminated by sentiment and the need to justify his actions. His horror at what he did proves he didn't truly understand necessity. I do. Consciousness is faulty machinery, biological accident, temporary arrangement of matter that will dissolve regardless of our attention. Your horror is just another human weakness that clouds judgment and complicates function.
My dear Chigurh, judgment is the point. Every death is a decision. Every kill is a choice about what deserves to continue and what doesn't. You pretend your coin makes these decisions, but the coin only flips when you choose to flip it. Why not embrace the godlike power you actually wield?
Gods are human inventions created by minds that cannot accept randomness. Power without control is chaos. Power with too much control becomes corruption. The coin provides perfect balance. Decision without desire, choice without preference. You want to be a god. I want to be an instrument.
You think there's order to any of this madness? The universe is vast and violent, and utterly indifferent to our small concerns. That's exactly why individual choice matters, why each death must be owned and celebrated and learned from. In a meaningless cosmos, we create meaning through will and action. You surrender your will to metal and chance. That's not service.
The universe's indifference doesn't make our choices meaningful. It makes them irrelevant. We are temporary arrangements of matter performing biological functions until we stop. The only question is whether we perform those functions efficiently or waste time on elaborate self-deception.
Yet here we are, two men who refuse to accept the world as others see it, who have found ways to matter in that indifferent cosmos you describe. We may serve different masters. I serve war itself. You serve some notion of cosmic efficiency. But we both understand that ordinary human morality is inadequate for what existence actually demands of us.
We understand that most people live in comfortable delusions about choice and meaning and justice. But where you see opportunity for celebration, I see opportunity for correction. The world is full of people who believe they control their destinies. We both know better. The only question is what we do with that knowledge.
How tedious you've become, Anton. All this talk of efficiency and necessity, while you cling to that coin like a child clutches a blanket. You think you've transcended human nature, but you're just another killer with elaborate justifications. War will outlast us both, and it will laugh at your mechanical precision. At least I dance while the world burns.
And there it is, your true nature revealed. Not philosophy, just appetite. You need the chaos, the screaming, the blood. You're addicted to it like any common murderer. When this conversation ends, you'll go looking for your next victim to educate. I'll simply continue my work. The coin doesn't lie, Judge, but you do, constantly.